Okay, let's go over to the tight end position. You like a guy who put up a real stinker on Monday night, but we've got to go back to the well here with Dawson Knox, right?
Right, he was bad. I mean, folks, listen, he dropped a few passes. He didn't look good. It was super cold there and windy. I mean, I guess I'm going to give him a pass here. But Dawson Knox is still a top 10 tight end for me, and he's got a good matchup this week against the Buccaneers. Their defense has allowed 10-plus fantasy points to 7 different tight ends this year. And you would think that's going to be a high-scoring game, so I would start Dawson Knox and forgive and forget. And then Cole Kmet, I didn't like him last week, and the numbers were not great. But he has scored 14-plus fantasy points in 2 of his last 4 games. He's the 8th most targeted tight end over the last 5 weeks. And the Packers have allowed 11-plus fantasy points to tight ends 6 times, including 4 players who have had 17-plus points against them. So Cole Kmet, regardless of the quarterback, is a nice plug-and-play option. He's not a guy you're starting on a regular basis, but I feel like, Jen, people need help at the tight end position this week, so I want to give them some plug-in plays. Noah Fant also hasn't been good lately. The matchup's good against the Lions, though, this week. And Evan Engram might be the only Giants pass catcher that I would start. Not that I have a ton of faith in him, but he could be the security blanket for Jake Fromm, and the Chargers have been really bad against tight ends.
Yeah, Cole Kmet still has an 18% target share for the Bears, and you're right. I think this is a week that he should be picked up, he should be used, and he's available on most waiver wires. So if you need a replacement for Dallas Goedert, I think Cole Kmet is your boy there. You could also look at, of course, like Foster Moreau and Tyler Conklin, but I would definitely lean Cole Kmet if I had the choice. All right, as far as sitting tight ends, you're sitting a rookie that a lot of us took as early as the 4th or 5th round.
And folks, I got to play him. You probably have to play him. You probably don't like it because I certainly do not. He's been bad. I mean, he has failed to score double digits in 5 of his last 6 games, including a Week 8 game against this week's opponent, the Panthers, where he scored 3.3 fantasy points. So starting Kyle has been, well, kind of the pits. Yeah, that's a bad joke, but you get the point. If you can avoid him, I would. In DFS, I wouldn't touch him. And then Tyler HIGBEE. He's been decent this year, right? I mean, his floor is right around 8 or 9 points in a tight end. That's okay. But I don't like the matchup against the Cardinals. They've only given up 2 touchdowns and the 3rd fewest fantasy points per game to opposing tight ends. So HIGBEE is a fade for me. So is Jared Cook going up against the Giants. And then Zach Ertz, he's probably a borderline tight end 1 this week, but I don't love the matchup against the Rams.